success is indeed the best form of revenge. It shows the haters, it shows people in the past, the naysayers, it shows them that they didn't get you down. It shows that external factors did not get you down because people that are miserable like to make other people feel miserable just as much. And by you getting into shape, by you building that aesthetic physique, by you improving yourself, this is the best form of success. And when people think of success, they think monetary, which is great too. Hey, I'm not stopping you. This is what I'm trying to do with the channel. And I know you guys would not say no to $1 million. Neither would I, okay? But getting in shape is a form of revenge. All those people that hated on you, all those people that doubted you, a lot of people, when they get in shape, they start noticing that people treat them differently. They start noticing that people start acting differently towards them. And this is not a coincidence. This isn't an illusion. This isn't something that they are imagining. This is indeed true. Guys, by you getting into shape, you might have been that skinny kid in school, or you might have been that kind of dorky guy, or you might have been that overweight person and you didn't do well at all. My fellas, you might have got rejected. You got harshly rejected at that because, hey, let's just be honest, sometimes it could be cruel and it's crushing. And people can go either two ways about this, fellas. You could either go the route of getting worse by eating even worse and getting into worse shape and getting into worse health, or you could take all that anger, you could take all of that rejection, you could take all of that ridicule, and you could turn that into that positive energy. You could unleash it on a bench press. You can unleash it on dips. You can unleash it on pull-ups. Day by day, hour by hour, month by month, your body starts forming. You fix your diet, of course. And let me just say this real quick. Guys, if your diet does not change, your physique won't either. That's it for my little aside there. Just trying to help y'all out as much as possible. But when you start getting into shape, now you start seeing the better side of life. And a lot of times, guys, the people that talk crap to you, the people that treated you badly, the people that talk down on you, they are going to get worse, right? They're not going to get better a lot of the times. Now, I'm not saying that this is all the time, and I'm not wishing any ill towards anybody, but let's just be honest. A lot of the times that's the case, is that they get worse, but if you choose to get better, you are going to see that you are going to excel above and beyond, and that is the best success. Now, you might have been ridiculed, you might have been made fun of by females in the past. Now you're getting women that look even better than the one that was ridiculing you. Let's say you were in a relationship, you were getting out of shape. You're the chick that you were with, your old lady, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever. She was taking you for granted. She was treating you like chopped liver. She was treating you badly. She might have even cheated. She might have started talking to some other guy or guys, plural, and might have got her tailpipe smashed in, okay? Whatever the case is, now, she was doing all that because she took you for granted. You were getting out of shape. Now you're getting that revenge body. That's why they call it a revenge body. Now you're getting into shape. She's getting worse because, of course, 9 times out of 10, for the most part, most people are not improving. We live in a very not improving type of society, and I try to describe that as best as possible. We live in a very comfortable society that doesn't encourage self-improvement. Let's put it like that. Doesn't emphasize health, doesn't emphasize physique over quote unquote money. And people work for this quote unquote money and they kill themselves and they neglect their physique, not only just physique, but their health in general. 10 years down the road, they look like absolute dog crap. But you took the other route. You took the left, okay? Or you took the right, actually. While everyone was going left into the comfort zone, and to their own demise, you took the right side. You took the red pill, so to speak, not to sound like these red pillars and matrix junkies, but you took the red pill. You started improving your physique. You started seeing how the other side of the world. You started seeing the other side of women. Now women are coming to you. Now women, you're getting women that you never even thought you could pull before. And now that chick that did you wrong in the past, might have cheated on you, might have broken up with you, she's seeing that. Because trust and believe, fellas, if you have an Instagram, you have a Facebook, if anyone fucking uses that, TikTok, whatever. I use Facebook sometimes. But she's gonna be looking at your stuff. She is gonna be looking at your stuff. And if you are getting in shape, trust and believe, 9 times out of 10, I'm telling you guys this from what I have observed, she's probably getting into worse health, worse shape, and worse health. Okay, she probably let herself go. She done ballooned up. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying if this applies, then go for it. And you're getting in shape. Now you're catching your stride. Now she might use some kind of burner account and she's looking at your story. She's seeing you have fun. She's seeing you hit the town. She's seeing you go out and about, right? She's seeing you getting into shape. She might see some females pop up in your story. You're out there having fun. She's seeing the clean meals that you're making, the life decisions. You look younger. When you get into shape, you start looking younger. You start reversing the hands of time. Believe it or not, all that excess fat ages you. Okay, it makes you look worse than what you really are. Now you're losing weight. Your face is getting slimmer. You're starting to get more attractive. And she sees all this and she's like, damn, I lost a good one. As opposed to what most guys do, unfortunately, and this is just the harsh truth, most guys are going to take that left route that I was talking about, the comfort route, the getting even worse route. I'm going to eat chicken wings dipped in ranch and then wash it down with a 6-pack of beers. And then later on that night, eat a pizza route. And they're getting worse and worse. And then when the chick sees that, she's like, I'm not missing on nothing, right? But by you getting into shape, now all of those people that didn't give you a chance in the past, now they're like, dang, this guy done transformed. He broke out of his shell. He's not the little skinny twig anymore. If you used to get bullied, if people used to think you were a pushover. And guys, this is deeper. Getting into shape is deeper than just the physical aspect. When you are very skinny, when you are very overweight, people feel comfortable with bullying you. They feel comfortable with talking crap. That bully that you had or that guy that was talking mess to you. Now you're getting into shape. Now you packed on some size. Not only has your physical improved, but your mental has improved because now you're not tolerating anymore BS. They're like, dang, that's probably a guy now. He's not the same Joe that I knew 10 years ago. Shout out to my Joes that I'm watching. He's not the same Joe I knew a year ago. In a year, if you really buckle down and lock in, as they say, you could change your whole life. Hell, even in 6 months, if you're not too far gone, if you're super overweight, it's probably going to take a year. I'm not even going to lie, because you're going to mess up. You're going to bump your head 1 or 2 times. You're going to probably relapse. And if you don't, because junk food is extremely addictive. And if you don't, more power to you. That is something that most people can achieve, right? Like you could change your whole life in a year. You could change your whole life in 6 months. If you're only like 30 pounds overweight, 40, something like that, you could change your life in a couple of months. Now, all of those people that overlooked you, all those people that were talking crap, making big boy jokes, making fat jokes, now they're not doing that anymore. Now they're like, dang, this guy came back. He's about business. Now your coworkers, your boss, your employer is taking you more seriously. Now he's looking at you as someone that is capable of leadership, because when you get your body on point, when you get in shape, when you lose all that weight, that shows an extreme level of discipline, and it's about packing on muscle too, guys. It's not just about losing weight. It's about losing fat. Because when you lose weight, quote unquote, this means that you are doing a shit ton of cardio and you're burning muscle. You want to burn fat. So you want to focus on weightlifting, resistance training, aka either calisthenics, pull-ups, dips, push-ups, or weight training, which is great too, right? I would start with weight training or vice versa. Learn how to control your own body weight with push-ups, dips, and pull-ups, and then pack on that serious mass, okay? But anyway, just trying to help y'all out again. When they see that, they're like, man, this guy is disciplined. He's not the pushover anymore, and you're not going to be a pushover. Obviously, now you're going to be someone that is more solid. You're not going to have that little boy body anymore. You're not going to look like Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory. You guys know that show, The Big Bang? You guys know how Sheldon looked. You guys know how his friends looked, Howard and what's his name, Leonard, and all of them. They have the bodies of 12-year-olds. And unfortunately, guys, let me say this real quick. When your body is like that, people are not going to respect you, okay? This is just a harsh reality. Even if you are strong, people are going to feel like they could say or do whatever they want. When you start getting into shape, now all of a sudden, those people back off. Now all of a sudden, that chick that played you is hitting you back up like, oh, okay, I see you. Hey, big head, how you been? She's going to slide in your DM. She's going to start liking your photos. Chicks that you never even knew were interested in you are going to start liking your pictures, are going to start liking you. They're going to be like, he looks different. He's looking good. But that's what you owe to yourself. This is something that you have to do yourself. Getting in shape is the best gift that you can give to yourself. I would say even more than money. Yes, I would venture to say even more than money. If you don't believe me, why do you think all of these rappers, why do you think all of these celebrities now all of a sudden are getting into shape? You see Gunna, he's getting into shape. Moneybagg Yo, he's getting into shape. All of these dudes that were flabby, soft, drugged out, right? All of them are getting into shape. Drake, I mean, he had implanted abs, but that's another story. He's trying to get in shape. Why do you think all of them are doing that? Because they know deep down inside that getting your body, your vessel, the only thing that you are born in, you can be rich as hell, but what the hell does that mean if you're unhealthy and you're unable to move around? Okay. They know that that's what's more important. So anyway, I hope this video helped. Get in shape, get that revenge for yourself, not for anyone else. Peace.